In the secular Gregorian year of 2025, I checked out the movie calendar list of movies coming up, and there's only, currently at least, only 5 movies that I'm curious about. If there's any other hidden and not officially announced movies up until this point, I will, if I find them in 2025, I can always add them onto the list later. But for now, as of this recording in November of 2024, here are now my 5 most anticipated movies of the year, in no particular order. We're going to start with my least favorite first, which is just finding out that Mortal Kombat 2 Fatality is coming out in October of 2025. This is going to be a direct sequel to the spring 2021 movie of a few years ago, which I had some alrightness with. But something like this, Mortal Kombat 2, while not being so enamored by it in the theatrical of the one from a few years ago, I might just wait for Mortal Kombat 2 to watch on HBO home box office. So that's kind of, if it was ranked, Mortal Kombat 2, the direct sequel from the one a few years ago, comes out in October of 2025, at least at the time of this recording. Now we're going to go into my mid-range, moderate-like movies that I'm somewhat looking forward to in the secular Gregorian year of 2025. I'm going to list right now the Ballerina John Wick spinoff with Ana de Armas, and will feature some footage, maybe just a few cameo minutes of Keanu Reeves himself. But what worries me about this one is that the director is Len Wiseman, who his direction in other movies I didn't really care for. However, one of the people that was involved in the mainline series of John Wick did help touch it up and make it better than the cut that he saw, and hopefully made it better by him being from the mainline, and see which person does, if he made a better cut than from that Len Wiseman one. But again, this is another movie that I'm not sure whether I'm seeing theatrically or not, but I can't decide how high it all is. But yeah, coming in at last place is Mortal Kombat 2, the direct sequel to the one a few years ago. Excellent! And then we have John Wick spin-off Ballerina, which again, because of the director himself, unless it was touched up on by the mainline, we'll see what happens with that one. The second or other one in this mid-range after Ballerina is, this has come to the third movie on the list, which is Naked Gun. This is a Naked Gun reboot / sequel. Only rest in peace to Leslie Nielsen. This one is starring Liam Neeson. Again, this one I hope is not woke at all. If it's woke, I'm not interested. You don't want woke comedies? Woke, 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 woke. For this one, I definitely need to see a trailer to see if I find the trailer to be amusing and worth seeing or not. And this Naked Gun comes out the month of my birthday, which is July. So we'll see whether or not Naked Gun with Liam Neeson, whether that's worth it or not. So those are the first 3 movies. Now we're getting to the ones I'm way more interested in, and that's the fourth movie here, which is 9 years later, the official direct sequel to The Accountant. I'm very nostalgic about this one because the first Accountant with Ben Affleck, Ben Affleck, came out. It was one of the last few movies I saw with my dad. That first one that came out. It's the same director of this first one is coming back to direct the second one, and it's supposed to come out in April of 2025. Unfortunately, if I do see this one theatrically, it's most likely just going to be me, myself, and I because of my dad's health condition. But I'm really I'm really inquisitive to see what they do with this Accountant 2 sequel with the director Ben Affleck and a few other people from the first movie also coming back. Hopefully it has a good story and keeps you engaged, and hopefully it's worth the wait to have a sequel come out 9 years later. But of course, coming in now, my number one for sure, that I've been waiting since the end of the last one, it is Dun 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 Mission Impossible 8. Coming up in just a few days, next Monday, it's going to be given an official subtitle, and I will give you, hopefully, as soon as I'm able to think about it and really digest it, my thoughts and opinions on the official Mission Impossible 8 teaser trailer coming out next Monday on Veterans Day. And I'll get out for you when that one is, the time is right. So, to quick recap, these are only the movies I know so far. If there's any movies that also might come out in this year that I'm not aware of, then I can always add them to the list later on when they're known, and add them on to be part of more movies. But what we got, in no particular order, Mortal Kombat 2, October 2025. John Wick spin-off, Ballerina, though I'm unsure of the director. Naked Gun, which again, I need to see more footage to see whether it's worth it. Then, of course, in the top two, we got The Accountant 2. The Accountant 2 with Ben Affleck. Let's see, that should hopefully be worthwhile. And of course, at number one, it will always be, and finally, will be terrific and spectacular with his stunts, and hopefully the story's even better, and just everything that is. Mission Impossible 8. I don't want this one to go too long. I pretty much said all the mainline top thoughts and opinions on this one. I got it all out there in all of this. So with all that said, I'll see you at the movies. AMC movie theaters. I'll see you at the movies. Everybody dance and have a good time. This is Millennial Man Motions Entertainment, LLC. Signing out for now.